Welcome back everyone to another episode of Subnautica. Now, I have completed the Cyclops setup since last week. As you can see, we have 4 of them. They are all color-coded, labeled, and we have some celebrity ones. I'll look for famous submarine names. So we, of course, have the obligatory Red October. We got the Nautilus, the Triton, and, of course, the obligatory Yellow Submarine, which the name Yellow Submarine's too long, so it ended up having to be abbreviated to just Yellow Sub. I think it got to Yellow Submar, and that was as far as it would let me type. So we've got those, and I have been thinking, what I want to do today was originally, we've got all these grow plots, and it's still, yes, with so many plants, it's causing havoc on my graphics, making things stutter and blur a bit when I move quickly. But we have a lot of grow beds up top for food production. They don't just need those, they need more. They need some grow beds for things that are resource production. They need, blood oil, we need creep vine, we need shrooms, we need gel sacks, we need things like that that are used for a production standpoint. And rather than have some weird asymmetrical thing, I want to try to keep it to where this is the farming section, which means I technically need to move these. I also have been reading some of the suggestions, and I've got some ideas now from this. Because this comes out further, I cannot line them up, so I'm going to bring this whole thing out, basically to where this is the connector between 2 sides of it. I do have some stuff for adding lighting and everything like that, maybe some adjustments here, and I'm going to try to build it along this way so we have the grow beds and alien containments here, and then another section that connects up over on this side to somewhere there. I'm thinking maybe not coming off this way, but coming off the back there and down. And we're going to experiment with that today. But I'm going to start by dismantling this section and start moving everything over to that side. Okay, so I am halfway through the migration. I've already pulled out the other 2 subs and got this moved over. So you can see I did add an extra extender here, an extra eye connector, because some people said it'd be nice to have maybe some kind of observatory thing right here. So I was thinking about putting an observatory here just so you could walk out, kind of look. But I think in the end what I'm going to do is just leave that as an open gap. Maybe even have it for another sub right here if I want. You know, I could technically do that. But I think that's pretty much a good spot there. And I'm just going to extend these over a little bit, add another section right here, move those over as I relocate them. I've already put the reinforcements that I already had available on there. Let me just show you how much I've got right now. 116 hull strength. That's what I have available right now. I am going to add more reinforcements on this side after I get everything moved, and add some more on the other side. I did bring extra supplies for that, so I will be doing that. And also, once they're all moved, I am going to continue like I did with this one here, and I'm going to put windows all on the inside, so when you walk through, you can actually see the submarine as it docks. If you're like a bystander, you could be standing in there and watching the sub come in. So I think that's actually going to take the place of the observatory room that some people were suggesting in comments to do. But I'm going to go ahead and finish getting these moved back and relocate everything on this other side, get it rebuilt, and then this will be done, and we can start on the new grow bed platform, and maybe even get some stuff set up today for the aquariums, the start of the aquariums. I don't know, we'll see what we get to today, but yeah, I've still got to get this part moved over and up this way a bit. Okay, so I've got everything done with the subs. I have moved them, I have relocated everything. Everything is moved outwards from the island a little bit more. All the stuff's been moved over, everything's set up just right, and I still have this nice little gap here in the middle, which gives me some more room if I want to put another sub there, or do something different, maybe observatories, maybe put a column of aquarium, alien containments there just for fun. I could do a lot of different things there. It gives me some options, and I am avoiding using the observatories on the end just because if I do ever want to move them, I have a feeling that might cause a problem, me bumping into them a bit. Like right there, it is glitching through. So yeah, I'm not going to be putting observatories on the end for that reason. But let me give you a tour of the inside now. Okay, so here we are in my yellow submarine for you Beatles fans. And we have just docked here. on the docking bay. I'm gonna sound my horn, let everybody know I'm here. I'm gonna power down my engine, and we're going to, you know, go out the only real hatch we have for this, since we never received an official docking method for it. And, oh, hey, look right here. I've got a spot. I enter into the base. I don't have to swim very far. Climb up my ladder. And if you go here, I've got reinforcements along each side. And let me just pop one real quick. And see, 142 hull integrity strength. Now, I also have windows on the inside track for each submarine. So I can actually see things. No reason why the observatories are not necessary, because I can actually see everything from in here. But we come up this way. We're just going to go along. You know, we can swing in. Hey, look, check out the, I think this is the Triton. So you can see that there. And then you come here. And I am going to add signs here. It's going to be like, hey, go up this way for this or whatever. We go up top. And now we're here in the central corridor one. The one that gives us access out here to this. And as you can see, it's now nighttime. So we've got the perfect opportunity for me to start adding some lights down below for the submarines to be showing off. And hopefully I'm not going to have any problems with the game, because it did kind of stutter for a second. It almost acted like it was going to freeze up. And I did get another few solar panels done already, but I tried to save my glass, quartz, you know, supplies for doing the glass panes on everything down below. But I'm going to go ahead at least get a few lights put in for this so I can see how they look now that it is nighttime. Okay, so this side, the side opposite from where everything is over there, I did do a curved corner, but everything else is the straight connectors, the 3-direction connectors, just because I don't think I'm going to build any further over this way just yet. But what I've done is I've actually placed the lights kind of on the corners. I thought about putting them right here in the center of each one, but then I was like, that's like a deer in headlights type thing. You're driving forward and there's this bright work light shining in your eyes. So not a good idea there. Plus, one of these is actually far up enough that it would not let me place it, because the dome where you pilot was too far forward. So I decided that's a good idea not to put it there and possibly break the lights. So we put them on the corners, and on here I've got them pointing in that way. So we got good lighting on each side. And as you can see, this is the one I was talking about. It's too far forward compared to the others. I'm not sure why the others are like bumping when I get that far away. They're kind of bumping like they're hitting something, and that one just went right up flush to it. It's really weird. It's inconsistent, but that is part of what Subnautica is still. It's just an inconsistent game in certain cases. Now, I am not sure if I want to actually build off of this section yet for the grow beds, or if I actually would rather just build maybe a separate section that comes out from here. Have like, you know, change this tube out and have a section that comes off here, and then have it split where it goes kind of that direction a little ways for some of the aquarium alien containments, and then this starts the long build here. Of course, at the same time, I also want to have this where I do have some moon pools. So you know what? Let's do that. Let's do moon pools off of this. I do have some stuff for that, and I kind of want to see how they're going to line up, because they are fixed. And okay, yeah, so it's lining them up like this. Not sure how I want to do that. I can't get them all the way over there, so we might have to do it like this. May do moon pool. Nope, not working like that. Not working like that. Maybe that one. It's gonna be a little tricky, and I still want to be able to build and go all the way over here. So it might be a case I have to leave this open so I can just kind of move forward. I may have to, you know, spawn myself a terraforming gun so I can. No, that's fine. I should be all right. I should be able to go that way. I need some air. I need some air really quick. Okay, so yeah, I should be able to basically just take this, replace it with that connector, the T, and have it go out like that. And if it does that, then we're looking straight that direction. And is that going to line me up to the central pool like I want? No, it's not. Well, what it'll do is it'll come here. At least I could get over this way with no obstruction. And I can have it branch over this way. And then, like I said, I want to do a stack of multi-purpose rooms. Go above water and way down below with some of that. I'm not sure how far. I don't want to do it just like one big column the whole way, but that could work. I mean, the other option is I put it over here. I don't like that because that's where that's coming down. So I think that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up replacing this with the T section and building out that way later. It kind of looks like it might work. I may end up going through the floater a little bit. I don't know. I may have to actually lower it down. We'll find out later. I'm not going to worry about that now. Right now, I want to see how I can get these moon pools to line up then. Because if I'm going to put that there, then I could do like what right here, like a moon pool like that. Maybe I don't think that's actually going to let me connect though, because that's going to be, yeah, it's going to have to go further out. Now it's getting a little tricky. Now I've got to really think about this. All right, so I went ahead and sacrificed a little bit of my titanium for other stuff just so I could build out this connector. And I did decide to go ahead and lower it because I'm thinking I'm actually going to go ahead and maybe connect it where it goes all the way along on each side, and I just have the moon pools coming off of this, maybe even underneath the subs. And that way it's like, here's the moon pools for the Seamoths. They're all tied in nicely there, and then this just connects to like the center of the island for the recreational type stuff. But as you can see, it kind of lines up good right here. If I, you know, face that way and just go, I think, pretty much level, it's going to come to the same column, the same spire that was coming down, and I'm not hitting anything. And then I just, you know, build over, and here's my nice little column of multi-purpose rooms. Other option would be I pretty much dig through stuff, and I really don't want to do that. The terraforming gun does cause problems when it's used. It does mess up things as far as rendering, makes it work a little bit harder, and I'm already struggling at times with the number of plants I have above my head at the moment. So yeah, I can just take this stuff out now, because I know that's going to work. This way I can use this titanium for some other pieces down this way. Let's see if we get some moon pools going today. Okay, so I've got one moon pool in place, and as you see, it kind of docks right here just underneath. I can do that. The problem there is if I stick with it like this, then I'm going to have like it's not going to work too pretty right here, I don't think. Like this, they're going to be side by side. It's not going to connect, so I do have to redo this a bit, and I'm getting a bit of that sluggishness from the game right now, aiming in that direction. So I think I'm going to have to move this back. Now, question is, do I want to move it back this way? Because, I mean, that's not really a problem. If I do just 2 moon pools, this will fit. Is that spot right there is going to be the problem. If I go in that direction, if I go out this way, then it won't be a problem. It'll just kind of sit there underneath. Let's try this here. I think I've got enough titanium left since I didn't put as many of the tube sections in, just so I could save the titanium for this sort of thing. Acting a little weird. Let's go take a look, see if it's even going to try to connect. I think it is. I think it is. I think it is. I think it is. I think it might. There it goes. It connects. Let's get inside, make sure everything looks good. And it does. And I just come over here, and then I'm going to walk along, and this spot will have a ladder coming down just like above, and this will be where I walk out to the other sections. This will be the part that connects here on this, and I'm thinking I might use this as the spot that connects all the way out to everything else. But that's also tempting. It's like, if I'm going to do that, maybe I could change something here. I don't want to put a hatch on this section on each one, because then the submarine dumps here, and if I am pushed right up against it like that one, how am I supposed to get in the hatch that way? I can't even see it. So I think this is kind of the best option, unless I just decide take this out and put the hatch on the back of it. So you get out, you swim around, and you come in this side. I mean, that could technically work. I don't think it would look quite as good as having these little pods here, but that technically could work. This kind of works, though. I do kind of like this. It actually does kind of look all right with it coming in. Let's go further out. Let's take a better view of this with it right here. Look at that. It really doesn't look all that bad. I can line them up that way, have 4 moon pools, have 4 Seamoths docked in here, and I'm going to have one that's going to be built for functionality, because once this is all done, I'm just going to take that back, load that one up there with the, ion power cell, just so I have a lot of power for it, and all storage modules, just so I have a thing I can take down that. Well, actually, yeah, we'll need some depth module too, so I want to have it where I can just take it out, get supplies, and then come back that way, because it'll be so much faster than taking the Cyclops itself. But yeah, I think this will work. If you've got any bear suggestions for this part, be sure to leave in the comments below. But I'm going to go ahead and get my moon pools at least. I did bring supplies for 2 moon pools, so I could try and test them out. So I'm going to get this other one done real quick. Alright, so let's take a look at what we've gotten done so far today under the water. We have the 4 Cyclops moved to their new positions. I have actually added a bunch more tubing than I expected I would need. So I have cut into some of my titanium supplies, but I did get my 2 moon pools in place, and it actually looks all right. Interestingly, you can see each one has 1 leg in the same corner that has rendered. Nothing else. It's just the 1 leg strut in the same corner on each one has rendered. I wish it would have done the middle on that one, because that would look better. But now I do have that, and I mean, technically, if I really wanted to, I could probably make a 3rd one right here. I might do that. I might just have it be 1, 2, 3, and have them right here instead, unless I do decide to go with, multi-purpose room column there, just to have an aquarium, just for looks. Maybe that, maybe some, observation room, something like that. But that's what I've gotten done so far. Everything's been moved. I've got the subs in place. Everything looks nice. I know I can continue it out that way, which is the next main thing. I want to have the central column. And the other part I need, which I now really feel like I've got to rethink things a bit, because I'm not sure how I want this all to connect. I think I'm just going to have the connectors from there come along this way, just continue that string right there over here, and then build the platform right there where it's, it opens up to a platform, and it's got just tons and tons of exterior grow beds down here doing all these different plants. I think that's what I want to do, but I'm going to have to play with placement a little bit this week just to see how it turns out, and then get some more stuff done. And I might have to actually play with my graphics settings a bit to make it where it doesn't stutter quite as much as it is. Like that, wow. Yeah, before it got to a point you could hear it just like locked up stuttering like for a few seconds. I was worried I was about to lose an hour of work, moving things around and trying different adjustments, and then have to go and do it all again. So I'm glad that has not happened. I'm glad it hasn't crashed, but it does have me a little worried with the way it acts with the plants right there. So yes, that is it for today's episode. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I will see you in the next video.